today we have our Halo representatives in today to talk to us about the fine organization, Hood County Animal Lovers Organization.
Yes, thank you for having us.
I tell you, you guys are always doing something in the area, and I know y'all have got a sale that just happened, a garage sale, or to raise proceeds. Give us an update on that, and let's talk a little bit about what went down there.
Yes, we had our yard sale at Granbury Villas, and it was a success. And we raised quite a bit of money to help the displaced animals of Hood County. 100% of that money goes back to the animals to help vet them and house them and rescue them. So it was a success, and I want to say thank you to Granbury Villas for allowing us to have it there, and all of our volunteers and everyone who donated items for the sale.
And the donations were important, as well as the money that you had raised, because it takes a lot to house and shelter and feed. I mean, I have pets, and I know how much it costs for them, and I can just imagine the amount that y'all have on y'all's plate every month.
Yes, we do.
So I know that you're very appreciative of those organizations and the people that took the time, energy to be a part of it. Now, y'all have got something going on. I believe it's just here in a couple of days. You've got a golf tournament.
Yes.
And man, I really want to be in this golf tournament.
Are you going to be in it?
I really want to be in it. Let's talk a little bit about the golf tournament, what it is, what it costs to be in the tournament, and what you're doing about it.
This is our second annual one, and it's at Harbor Lakes Golf Course. And last year we had a pretty good turnout, and it worked out really well, so we're really excited.
And Harbor Lakes has all the information, as well as you can go to our website, hoodcoanimallovers.org, and find information there, a pre-registration form. We're really excited about that.
It's going to be a good time. And of course, I know you'll come back on in a future interview and tell us all about all the fun things that went down there. You know, Harbor Lakes is a great golf course, as of all the golf courses here in Hood County. And I actually had a par there once.
You did?
A par, yeah.
That's good.
I actually shoot better than that sometimes, but okay. So tell us, you foster some animals from time to time, do you not?
Every once in a while, whenever they let me.
Whenever they let you, and I believe that we have. First off, we have a super special assistant today. You want to introduce her?
Yes.
And the fine young man that she has with her.
Yes, this is Megan.
Megan, come on up here.
And she has Benny. And Benny is being fostered right now by Brittany.
Now tell us a little bit. First off, let's talk about Megan. Megan, how old is Megan? 5 years old.
Yes, Megan is 5
And who does Megan belong to?
Megan belongs to me.
There you go.
She is not up for adoption.
No,
she's not up for adoption. No.
She loves the animals.
She does.
She really helps us. We know right away whether or not they're kid-friendly. So we like to try to take in kid-friendly animals.
Well, she's done a really good job this morning helping us with Mr. Benny over here. Now, how old is Benny, and you're fostering right now?
Yes, I am fostering Benny. He is about 7 months, and he has been with me about 3 weeks, I'm guessing. So he's a sweet dog. He's kind of timid at first, but once he gets the hang of the place and gets to know you, he is all over the place. Very playful, energetic, and he's such a cuddle bug.
Now, how old is he?
7.
7
months.
7 months old, just a baby.
He is ready. He is ready to go out and be trained and have fun. And he has been neutered, heartworm tested negative, and up to date on all his vaccinations.
Up to date on shots. And has his shots. That's important, isn't it? Do you have all your shots? You do? That's good. That's good. Well, I'll tell you now. Dogs like Benny that come into the organization, that's one thing that y'all do. Y'all spade and neuter, and you make sure that they are current on all their shots and they're disease free. And so when people get something from your organization or an animal from your organization, they're good to go. I mean, you don't have to worry about anything.
No. We like to say that, but there's always elements out there.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all do your best to screen them.
Yes, and just very important. Always talking about vaccinations, and it's so important to get your dog on an annual vaccination program. talk to your veterinarian. Vaccinate, vaccinate, vaccinate. It is so important. And so that is definitely what we do right when we get out the animals into our program. We take them first thing to the vet, and we have them vaccinated, heartworm tested, spayed or neutered, and put into a foster home, a family environment, to where we can let the people know this is kind of what he does. This is what she likes, or the quirks about him.
Sure.
And we do our best to try to find out as much as we can before we do place them. And we want to place them in a home that they'll be comfortable in as much as the people will be comfortable with.
Absolutely. You got to have a good marriage, so to speak,
Yes,
with the pet
definitely.
and the owner. And somebody like Benny, like you say, he's a little bit timid. He'd probably do really well with like some folks that have children that are not, super hyper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I said, he's very playful. He does well with other dogs and cats. Because I have 2 dogs and a cat in my house, and he plays with them all over the place. So he is a very sweet dog. He just needs someone that will give him a chance and kind of, not push him too fast. Because, like I said, he's a little bit shy at first. So,
But then he is someone that is so important, someone who will give him a chance.
Yeah.
And it takes him a few days, but she was calling me, and he was doing laps around their family room and outside. Just so
There you
happy.
And animal control helps the dogs.
Yes.
yes.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk a little bit about this summer, and because the summer months, and then you get into this time of the year, you're going to see some of these animals that are free range. They're going to start having the pups and the kittens, and they're going to be all over the place. And as a pet owner, you have responsibilities. You got to make sure that if you have a dog outside, you want to have them shaded. You want to have them, proper water. And also traveling with, a lot of people, especially with the smaller dogs and the smaller animals, they like to take them with them. And there's some things you need to keep in mind.
Definitely, because it's so hot here in Texas anyway. And when you leave your dog in your car and you think you have it vented by leaving the windows down just slightly, it's not. It gets over, it's always 10 degrees hotter in your car than it is outside. And it can reach over 100 degrees in your car within 5 minutes. Your dog has a fur coat on. I was reading this morning that a lot of people think dogs don't sweat, and they actually do sweat on their just pads of their paws. But that's not enough.
No.
That is not enough. And they can go into heat stroke like that. And although you want your dog to go with you everywhere, and you think you're just going to run into the store real quick and come back, I mean, that would...
And the doctors help the puppies and the big dogs.
And
Yes,
that would just ruin. I mean, that would just be horrible.
Yes, to come back and find your pet, your loved one,
Yes.
dehydrated like that. That's horrible. Last year, I had a situation with my automobile. The air conditioning went out. And it was 100 and something degrees outside. If you want to know what it's like to leave your pet in a parked car with just little ventilation, try driving with your car with no AC for just
Definitely.
an hour, and you'll see what you're talking about. It gets
horrible.
immensely too hot. And if you wouldn't do it to you, you certainly wouldn't do it to a loved one.
Exactly.
No, and you wouldn't. You just please do not leave your dogs in your car just for a minute. It's just not worth it. And if you do see somebody or a dog in a car, in a vehicle, while you're out shopping, you can call animal control and let them know, and because it's just tragic.
It is tragic. And my daughter, I have a little 10-year-old daughter. She's an older lady. And when we go shopping, sometimes she'll take our little Chihuahua, we have a little Chihuahua, and she'll take her with us. And she'll go into the stores, because here in Granbury, a lot of the stores, a lot of places will allow you to take them in. So if you do go around, be cognizant of that animal, that pet. You do not want to leave them outside
Not
for
at all.
1
Exactly.
minute.
If you love a kitten, you have to bring them inside.
That's right.
That's
You
right.
sure do. Well, I certainly appreciate you ladies coming in. And Benny, look at him. He's a little lover, man. And then, of course, you, Megan, the star today. We certainly appreciate y'all
Thank
coming
you.
in, and
Thank
I know
you
y'all
so
come
much.
back and give us more updates, and especially on that golf tournament that I'm going to win. That I'm going to go to.
Yes.
And we'll be back with more information from Halo in a future segment. you've enjoyed this interview right here on Granbury TV.